Hey, welcome back to another video. First things first, if you haven't already, wait, give me a second, guys. Sorry about that, you lot. Just had to change the angle. Sorry, quickly there. So if you haven't already, just check out my match review of the game. Links in the description if you want to check it out. Watch that. I presume watch this before this because this is the player ratings video. So let's get straight into this. Straight away. Kepa in goal. Not blaming him for the goal at all. I refuse. I've looked back at the goal. I refuse to blame Kepa. I refuse. If anybody blames Kepa, you have an agenda. You have an agenda. It's really, for me, as simple as that. We all know whose fault that was. And I'll get to him in a second. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'll get to him, but it's not Kepa's fault. Kepa didn't have much to do today. Arsenal barely attacked the goal. Barely attacked the goal. They barely attacked it. They barely attacked the goal. So, what do you expect me to do with Kepa? He didn't do anything today. I think if that was Mendy, Mendy would have been in that exact same position too. If anything, Kepa saved Georginio. You know, he saved us from he delayed the fact that Arsenal were about to score. But it is what it is. So I'm going to give him just because he can see, you know what, he's probably going to be, I'm going to give him a 6 because I don't think the goal was his fault. I don't think it was his fault. I'm sorry. If you think it's his fault, you have an agenda against him. It's as simple as that. You have an agenda. It's not his fault. I refuse. We move on now. Kurt Zouma. Kurt, for me, do you know what it is with Kurt, yeah? I think Kurt today not made me realise, but I think it's made some of the fan base realise how important Rudiger is to this team. Because with Rudiger, the difference between him and Zouma is, when Rudiger's on the ball, there's two things Rudiger has over Zouma, for me. One, the passing. Zuma's passing from out the back was horrible today. Absolutely shocking today. Absolutely shocking today. And this shows to me as well that he's clearly just better in the middle, as a middle centre-back, in the middle of a back three. He's not good on the left. He's just not in a back three, not in a back three. He's not good on the left. He's not. He's just not. And another thing that Rudiger has over Zouma for me is, you know, when Rudiger has the ball, he drives past players. With his pace, he gets past players easily. He gets tighter. Actually, another thing off the ball, he gets tighter to the player, you know, that's in the half spaces for whether it was Arsenal or Manchester City. Zouma doesn't do that as quickly. Rudiger does it quickly. Rudiger drives the ball, dribbles past players with the ball. A tactic not many teams have realised. So, for me, Kurt Zouma today, I don't blame him for the goal either. For me, I don't think there was an option to pass to other than Georginio. So, and Georginio asked for it as well. So, Zouma for me today gets a 5 for me today. I'm not going to be too harsh on him. But there are clearly some tactical things that he can't do under Thomas Tuchel. Clearly. Which is why Rudiger is, for me, the first name on the team sheet for Chelsea. One of the first names for me. We move on now to Thiago Silva. What could he have done for the goal? He wasn't expecting that. He defended well. What can I do with Thiago Silva? I can't really discredit him for anything. I thought his playing out from the back wasn't too bad. I thought his defending wasn't too bad either. Thiago Silva for me, 7. Azpilicueta, another one. What could he have done for the goal? Nothing. Going forward, I saw at times he was contributing to our attack. Especially that, you know, the first chance we created, Mason Mount, that was him. You know, dribble past players, drove forward with the ball as the right centre-back should do. That was nice from him. Obviously slotted in Pulisic and then, yeah, you already know what happened. So I'm going to give Aspi a 6 for today. Not much to talk about when it comes to the back line. Chilwell today, nobody's going to talk about it, yeah? I thought it was absolutely shocking today. Yeah? Chilwell was absolutely shocking. In fact, if anything, that's possibly one of the worst attacking performances I have seen from Ben Chilwell today. That was absolutely shocking. Yeah? His crossing was horrible. Horrible today. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was so bad. His crossing. He gets a 4. He was shocking today. There was nothing. I'm not going to credit him for his defensive performance, because Arsenal didn't do anything going forward. These men didn't want to pass the halfway line 80% of the time. So I'm not giving credit in the bank for him or Rhys James. I gave it slightly to Thiago Silva because they had counterattacks and they were going to them mainly and he dealt with them. Same with Aspilicueta. But not Chilwell. They barely attacked down his side. They barely bothered. 4 for Chilwell today. Absolutely horrible. Rhys James. How do I rate Rhys James? How do I do this now? This one's hard. I thought going forward he wasn't as bad as Chilwell. I thought it was very average. I'm not going to credit him for his defensive performance either. His crosses were inconsistent. I will say that. Inconsistent. Some were really good. Some were absolutely shocking. Yeah, man. So, I'm going to give him a 5.5 for today. We move on to Georginio. I love him. I absolutely rate him. I think he's world class. But that was his fault. And let me tell you why it was his fault. First thing, when Zuma's on the ball, Georginio asks for it. You can tell by his body language and his hands, he's asking for the ball. And do you know what smart midfielders do before they receive the ball? Look at their options. He looked at Kepa, right? Whether maybe the camera, maybe when you see it with your own eyes, maybe it looks like he's not looking at him. But his brain knows Kepa is there. He's not particularly at the goal. He's at the side. That's where he is. The goal's here and Kepa's here. And Georginio knows that. Georginio knows that as a midfielder, before you receive the ball, you have to know what to do with it. And to me, Georginio looked at options and still asked for the ball, knowing his only option was Kepa, and he panicked. If you see in the way, the first touch is so important when a midfielder receives the ball. The first touch. And that first touch, horrible. That first touch gave him no choice but to give it to Kepa. And the first thing he done with that pass, horrible pass. The direction of it is horrible. And then the power of it. What the f*** are you doing? Georginio gets a 2 today, for me. That first half, he was the worst player on the pitch. And I don't know how Billy Gilmore went off and he didn't. I'm going to criticise Georginio for today. But it seems to be with Georginio, every now and then, he seems to have these performances. Every now and then. Where his passing's off. His weaknesses start to show, like his physicality. Or the fact that he's getting pressurised and he loses the ball. Sometimes this guy's press resistant, and then sometimes he looks shocking when he's getting pressured. I can't. I don't know why. It needs to go out of his mind. Fine, you can have a bad performance every now and then. Cool, innit? I can't expect you to have a flawless performance every single game. Fine. But why today? Why against Arsenal, Georginio? You know what? If there was probably a game that he was going to have a bad performance, you know what? It may as well be this one. Just so we can get it out of the way and all these boys can turn up for the last 4 games of the season. Hopefully. Yeah? Georginio gets a 2 today. That was his fault. He knew where Kepa was. And I know he asked for the ball, knowing that his surroundings was literally just Arsenal players. And he panicked. And that ball to Kepa was shocking. That was his fault. And for that reason, he cost us the game. He gets a 2 for today. Billy Gilmore. He's going to be my highest rated. Because nobody's getting higher than him. 7.5 for today. In fact, no, I'm going to give him an 8 for today. I thought Billy Gilmore was great today. I thought it was very harsh from Tuchel to bring him off. And I think that's probably the only criticism I'm going to give to Tuchel himself. Other than that, there's nothing else. Why Billy went off, I don't have a clue. How Georginio stayed on, I don't have a clue. I genuinely don't have a clue. the way that game was going, Georginio may as well have gone off. If Tuchel was worrying about counter-attacks, if anything, I trust Billy Gilmore more than Georginio when it comes to settling counter-attacks, possibly. I thought Billy Gilmore was good. I thought on the ball he was good. I thought like he was finding passes. You know what I mean? Maybe at times he wasn't helping Georginio, and maybe those two, their cohesion isn't great, and maybe the team lineup's cohesion wasn't great either. But Billy Gilmore gets an 8 for me. Move on now to the front three. Let's start off with Kai Havertz. You see this guy, yeah? I thought about this a few days ago. He's got all the traits to be a centre forward. He's got it. He's got it. He can be a very good centre forward. I know this for a fact. He can be a very good centre forward. But it's one issue. Don't finish your dinner. You just don't finish your dinner. You see if that goal goes in. I'm telling you, listen. You see if he scores that goal. You see if Kai Havertz scores that goal. We win this game 3-0. Trust me. We batter Arsenal if he scores that goal. If anything, that goal gave Arsenal confidence. That goal gave them confidence. Actually, no, it didn't give them anything. Because Arsenal were absolutely crap. They weren't good today. They only defended well. Other than that, they didn't do anything today. They didn't deserve to win. But, like I said, let the kids celebrate this, man. You know, when we win the Champions League, they won't be talking then. Yeah? They won't be talking then. But Kai Havertz, for me, just for missing that, he gets a 4. He gets a 4. Just for missing that. And other than that, what did he do as well? Like I said, he has all the traits to be a striker. He just needs to finish his dinner more often. Move on to Mason Mount. I'm going to give Mason Mount a 6. I thought out of him, Pulisic and... Actually, nah. I'll get on to Pulisic in a second. Mason Mount today, I don't know how to judge him today. I felt like sometimes he was unnecessarily dribbling into traffic at times. His corners today were horrible. He clearly wasn't having that connection with Ben Chilwell today. He didn't want to shoot. He didn't want to create. To be fair, he had a shot inside the box and it should have been a handball and a penalty should have been given. But do you want to know why that wasn't given as a penalty? Do you want to know why? Because the players didn't appeal for it. Because the players didn't see it. That is why we didn't appeal for the penalty. Because the players didn't appeal for it. So if the players are not going to appeal for it, how do you expect the referee on the pitch to go penalty when the players can't even see that Rob Holding handballed it? We let Arteta, oh my god, we let Arteta, bro. Mason Mount gets a 6. Christian Pulisic, do you know what it is with Pulisic, right? This is how I'm going to see Pulisic today. I didn't think Pulisic was bad today. I didn't think he was bad today. I thought at times he got himself out of trouble. I felt like at times, every time he was on the ball, he looks like he was going to do something. Kind of the same with Cho, but he had his inconsistent moments. Pulisic I'm going to say he was okay today, but he had his inconsistent moments, you know. That's all I've got to say on him. You know, it's the case of sometimes he took the ball, he kept the ball for too long, maybe. Sometimes he dribbled his way out of trouble. Should he have scored? He was offside for the goal. Oh, God. I need to know whether that goal was going in. I need to know whether that goal was going in before he touched it. I need to know if it was going in. Because if it was going in, then I'm going to be fuming at him. But I'm going to give him a 6.5. Because I didn't think he was awful today. Move to the substitutions. I'm not going to rate Ziyech because what did he do? He didn't do anything. Giroud possibly should have scored. The volley was pretty hard. But do you know what it is with Giroud, right? Why do we not cross the ball now when he's on the pitch? What is this narrative that we don't cross the ball when he's on the pitch? You want to cross the ball when Giroud's not on the pitch so many times. But when he's not on the pitch, you don't want to cross the ball now. Does this team make any sense? I don't get it. This has been happening since Lampard. No, since Sarri actually. So I don't know what it is with these players. I don't get it. Anyway, Giroud, I'm going to give him a 6 because I thought, you know what, every time he got the ball done well, should have scored, in my opinion. But it was a hard volley to execute. So I'm going to give him a 6 for today. Hudson Odoi, inconsistent. At times, good crosses. And at times, dribbling into trouble. You know, it's up here and then it's down with Callum. You know what I mean? I like the fact that Tuchel did put him on the left to let him do his thing. He tried, failed, succeeded. Who knows? Get a 5. No, I'll give him a 6. I'm not going to rate Ziyech. And that's it. Thomas Tuchel gets a... I'm going to give him a 6. Or 7. I'm going to give him a 7 because I thought the lineup was right. Kind of thought as well that... I'm not going to lie. Other than Billy Gilmore going off, for me that was the wrong decision. He said in his post-match interview that it was his fault. We all know it's not his fault. But I like the fact that he's taking responsibility. I like the lineup, to be fair. I didn't think anything was tactically wrong. He knows that the players lost this game, not him. He didn't lose this game. Somebody tried to tweet, oh, it's not... People say Lampard tax. I say Tuchel tax. I was like, oh my fucking god. I was like, you delusional waste, man. He deleted the tweet, but... Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Follow my social media down below, Gerald345. Check out my match review as well. And, yeah, guys. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Not surprised as well. I'll see you lot tomorrow for a new video. And, yeah, guys. Peace.